Chapter 491, Expansion of the Wolf Group. What Fang Yuan was most concerned about was air bubble fishes' situation. The lakes where air bubble fishes were placed on was carefully selected by Little Hu Immortal. Above these three lakes were the starry clouds where there was the most dense amount of star fragment grasses and also large numbers of starlight fireflies. The air bubble fishes grew on these lakes where there were no water wolf groups, and even the numbers of blue crucian carps were very few. These three lakes were personally protected by Little Hu Immortal to let as much precious air bubble fish grow smoothly from the fish rows and mature. Now, there were many newly hatched fishes moving about these lakes. These baby fishes were similar to goldfish with round bellies, small and pointed head and tail. However, it was not brightly colored as a goldfish and was mostly milky white. It also did not have the wavy fins and tail. Their tails were small and exquisite. Moreover, their swimming method was different from other fish species. These baby air bubble fishes were moving while bobbing up and down. If there is no big change, at around the end of this year, Eastern Sea's air bubble sea will be poisoned because of a fight between Gu immortals. The price of air bubble fish in Treasure Yellow Heaven will greatly increase. But I don't have enough air bubble fishes for my own use, let alone sell them in a short period of time. Fang Yuan pondered whether it was the starlight firefly Gu or air bubble fish. They were both long-term investments. It would require at least 100 years for him to start receiving the profits. Regarding the knowledge in breeding air bubble fish, Fang Yuan did not buy it from outside. With his know-hows from his past life, he could increase the reproduction rate of the air bubble fishes by 30%. That is to say, he was at forefront among Gu immortals at this. Fang Yuan was satisfied from this inspection. He praised Little Hu Immortal, causing her to feel extremely happy. Her face reddened and her snow-white tail excitedly wagged. However, Danghun Mountain was still in a worsening condition. Standing on Danghun Mountain, Fang Yuan could sense a kind of dying aura. This caused Fang Yuan's mood to become grave. Danghun Mountain was the most valuable thing in the whole Hu Immortal Blessed Land. Starlight firefly Gu or air bubble fish could never be able to compare to it. Fang Yuan returned to Danghun Palace and summoned Little Hu Immortal, activating Connecting Heaven Gu to link up with Treasure Yellow Heaven. Just as they connected, several divine scents were transmitted. Are you selling gruel mud or not? I will add a pair of whole earth Gu on top of Gu recipe. Although my remnant recipe only has a treasure light of 65 feet, but I can give some hairy men as complimentary. Everything can be discussed. These divine senses were all regarding the transaction for gruel mud. Fang Yuan had put large amounts of gruel mud for sale before directly requesting Immortal Gu gruel mud's recipe as the exchange. As this concerned Immortal Gu, this transaction had attracted many attention. Although gruel mud is one of the necessary materials to refine the Immortal Gu, but the Gu recipe's value is no doubt many times higher than gruel mud. These Gu recipes they want to exchange for have already reached the highest price. Fang Yuan took a glance and knew the time for the transaction was ripe. The prices everyone gave had reached the maximum amount possible with little difference between them. Fang Yuan looked at the prices but took a fancy upon one side. The other was called Immortal Mud Feet. His Immortal Gruel Mud Remnant recipe had a 65 feet high treasure light. This level of treasure light was a bit lower than the other competing bidders. But the message he left showed he could add some hairy men to complement for this difference. Normally, Gu immortals raised hairy men to help them in refining Gu. With the help of a large number of hairy men, Gu immortals would not lack rank 5 Gu, but they would have to keep on trying for Immortal Gu. Treasure Yellow Heaven transacted slaves and hairy men were one of the most popular among them, with price that was often higher than slaves of other races. Rockmen could not even be mentioned together with them. Fang Yuan had already intended to buy some hairy men back at Xianxia Blessed Land. Thus, he had been excited when he saw those hairy men at Xianxia Blessed Land. Unfortunately, Xianxia Land Spirit did not yield in selling them, and Fang Yuan could do nothing about it. Now he required a large number of wolf enslavement Gu. He already obtained rank 1 to rank 5 wolf enslavement Gu recipes from Xianxia Land Spirit. He only lacked these hairy men to help him refine them. If it was only him and Little Hu Immortal who refined the Gu, they might not be able to refine the amount he required even in 2-3 months. Immediately, Little Hu Immortal conveyed the divine sense. Immortal Mudfeet also happened to be present, immediately replying, "I am willing to add in 10,000 hairy men." But Fang Yuan was disappointed when he looked at the goods. "Although you are giving a lot of hairy men, they are all young ones and won't be a big help in refining Gu. What I need is the old hairy men." "Old hairy men?" "Then the quantity will be decreased." Immortal Mudfeet pondered before replying. In these years, the hairy men's population in his blessed land had reached an excess, so he was trying to get rid of a batch, and was thus selling them cheaply. After a round of haggling, Immortal Mudfeet finally agreed to sell over 3,000 old hairy men and over 7,000 young hairy men to Fang Yuan. For this, Fang Yuan had to add in half an immortal essence stone. The transaction was finished. Fang Yuan checked the remnant recipe of Immortal Gu Gruel Mud. The recipe was indeed damaged with only 60% of the contents in it. And the contents in it should moreover have been tampered by Immortal Mudfeet many times, which required Fang Yuan to comb through them for the real contents. This was not surprising. Immortal Gu recipe was very precious, and if it was him who sold them, he would also tamper it like this. Although the treasure light would decrease after the tampering, the competition between Gu immortals was precisely like this. With this remnant recipe, I have a foundation to deduce the complete recipe for Immortal Gu Gruel Mud in future. It will be much easier than deducing it with no foundation. More importantly, Immortal Gu Gruel Mud is with me. As long as I don't use it, no one will be able to refine the QI. I can still keep on selling the Gruel Mud and profit. But he could not bring the Immortal Gu Gruel Mud to Hu Immortal Blessed Land for the moment. After Fang Yuan left Lang Ya Blessed Land, he used many methods to cover the Immortal Gu's aura and bury it. This was something he had no other way to deal with. Before he became a Gu Immortal, he could only deal with it like this. Most of the Gu Immortals who purchased these Gruel Mud wanted to refine Immortal Gu. Unfortunately, it was impossible for them to reach their objective. Fang Yuan continued to put Gruel Mud for sale while checking the wolf groups. Wolves possessed very strong reproductive ability, and most of the blessed lands would get rid of the surplus every once in a while. Thus, there were many Gu Immortals selling wolf groups in Treasure Yellow Heaven. The wolf group suffered a huge loss in the battle with the 3 tribes. I need to replenish the number of myriad beast kings. Someone is actually selling Wolf Emperor. Fang Yuan was pleasantly surprised. The structure of beast groups was quite simple. They were separately classified into ordinary beasts. 100 Beast King, 1000 Beast King, and Myriad Beast King. Above Myriad Beast King was Beast Emperor. Rank 5 Wild Gu resided in the Beast Emperor's body. They had the battle strength of a rank 5 and could control Myriad Beast Kings. Ying Ming and Ba Huang, whom Fang Yuan used in the 3 Kings' blessed land, were Dog Emperors. These 2 Dog Emperors were able to help him to hold off the attacks of rank 5 Gu Masters. Unfortunately, Fang Yuan was later occupied with escaping for his life and could not attend to them. He did not know if they were killed in the battle or were taken in by others. Normally speaking, very few Gu Immortals would sell Beast Emperors, as the Beast Emperors were a reflection of the Blessed Land's strength. Fang Yuan looked at the particulars and realized the reason. It turned out that this was an old Beast Emperor with wounds all over its body. The wild Gu on it were badly damaged, with only 2-3 remaining. It seems a new Wolf Emperor appeared in the Night Wolf group and fought with the old Wolf Emperor. This old wolf should have been killed by the young Wolf Emperor, but the Gu Immortal moved at the crucial time and put this old Wolf Emperor for sale. Fang Yuan guessed the reason correctly. But even so, this old Wolf Emperor still got 3 bidders. Divine Sense kept on exchanging, and finally, Fang Yuan used 2 Immortal Essence Stones to buy this old Night Wolf Emperor, along with over 18,000 Night Wolves. Then Fang Yuan continued to buy 30,000 Turtleback Wolves and 10,000 Wind Wolves. Among them, there were 2 Turtleback Myriad Wolf Kings and 1 Wind Wolf Myriad Wolf King. Adding in the previous wolf group, Fang Yuan's wolf group reached 100,000. This is the benefits of having a blessed land. I can stand on the shoulders of Gu Immortals and casually transact beast groups. instantly recovering their size, and also would not have to worry about feeding or logistics problem. But 100,000 is still few. Ma Zun, Yang Poying, and Zhang Baoya, these enslavement pathmasters have beast groups of at least 400,000 beasts, especially Zhang Baoya, who had over 650,000 beasts in his prime. The heroes' assembly was to begin where heroes rose and vied for supremacy. Fang Yuan knew he was unable to avoid competing with these people with his identity as Chang Shan Yin, so he had to expand his wolf group further. Fang Yuan started to buy again, buying 10,000 water wolves, which contained 1 water wolf, myriad beast king, and 6,000 wolf kings. Then he carefully pondered for a while and finally decided on vermilion flame wolves. He bought 80,000 vermilion flame wolves from different Gu immortals. In northern plains, vermilion flame wolves were quite rare compared to turtleback wolves, wind wolves, and night wolves. Vermilion flame wolf had red fur all over its body which shone like fire. They attacked fierce and quick and had flame path Gu worms on them. They could very easily destroy the grassland and create an inferno. If one could use this superiority properly, they could cause enormous casualties to the enemy. Fang Yuan's plan was to have a wolf group of 100,000 vermilion flame wolves. He only got 80,000 after buying from everyone. So the task of buying the remaining 20,000 was given to Little Hu Immortal. 6 vermilion flame myriad wolf kings, 1 water wolf myriad beast king, 3 turtleback myriad wolf kings, 2 wind wolf myriad beast kings, 1 mutated beast white eye wolf, and 1 night wolf beast emperor. Fang Yuan surmised his wolf group's battle strength had increased by 10-fold at once. If it were common Gu masters without the methods of Gu immortals, they needed the help of a large tribe to reach this stage, and even then would require 6-7 years of searching all over the northern plains. There were all sizes of wolf groups in northern plains. The small wolf groups often only had few hundreds and were not good enough. The large wolf groups had tens of thousands in numbers and were difficult to take down. Capturing wolf groups required careful planning, or it was better to not do it. A bitter victory would not work, and only by getting a decisive victory could one get the most harvests. Fang Yuan's current leap to success seemed easy, but actually could be concluded as a Gu immortal's methods. Chapter 492. Getting another mutated wolf. This way, the wolf group's numbers have hit 200,000, but this is still not enough. Fang Yuan's eyes were shining with contemplation. I do not need to gather ordinary wolves. By that time, someone will naturally bring them to me. Now I need to prioritize on my upper-level battle strength. Although there were beast emperors on sale in Treasure Yellow Heaven occasionally, they would be quickly bought by Gu immortals after appearing for a short time. Fang Yuan knew that it was not realistic if he wanted to buy a few more wolf emperors. Thus, he placed his attention on mutated beasts. Every mature mutated beast had battle strength equivalent to a myriad beast king. Any first-rate enslavement path Gu master would have a troop of mutated beasts as their trump card and ultimate force. For example, Southern Borders King Quan had a mastiff group, Zhang Baoya had the mountain drilling rat group, Yang Poying had the thunder eagle group, and Ma Zun had the Pegasus group. There were many wolf-type mutated beasts. At this moment, 4 types were sold in Treasure Yellow Heaven. The first was Blood Forest Wolf. This wolf had a huge body, almost like a mound. An adult standing beside it would look like a fox standing beside an elephant. The Blood Forest Wolf had blood-red fur, and the fur looked dry like wormwood. On each of their backs, there was a white forest. These trees are actually the Blood Forest Wolf's bones. They protrude from the back and grow vertically upwards. The white bone trees have blood-red leaves growing on them. As the trees grow closely to each other, it looked like a blood forest. After a blood forest wolf gives birth, it would send the cub into the blood forest on its back, and the huge space would allow the child to live comfortable. The blood fruits on the trees would provide nutrients for the cub. Blood forest wolf were like mobile fortresses. Although they were not fast, they had overwhelming strength. This was something not even myriad beast kings could do. The second type was shark-fin wolf. This was both a land and aquatic mutated beast. It looks like an elephant, but there were smooth and shiny crocodile scales on its body. At the same time, there are sharp, deep blue fins on the side of their bodies. On their backs, there are rows of fins that resembles a shark's. These fins form a line extending from the wolf's head to its tail. Shark fin wolves had the greatest defense among mutated wolves at the same time. They could fight underwater. The third was Frenzy Wolf. The Frenzy Wolf has a silver and gray body. It has 3 eyes and a body that was not large, around the same size as 1,000 Beast Kings. But those who looked down on it due to its size would often pay a terrible price. Once the Frenzy Wolf battles, it goes into a berserk state. It moves extremely fast and would not stop until the enemy is dead. Especially after its third eye opens, its battle strength will surge by 5 times. Once the 3 eyes are open at once, regardless of the battle results, it would die. This was a type of wolf breed that disregards their own body when entering fierce battles. The fourth was the White Eyes Wolf. The eyes of the White Eyes Wolf were pure white. They had extremely good eyesight even during the night. Their vision cannot be obstructed. In Treasure Yellow Heaven, there was 1 Blood Forest Wolf, 3 Shark Fin Wolves, 2 Frenzy Wolves, and 5 White Eyes Wolves on sale. They were all bought by Fang Yuan. At the same time, far away in southern borders Shadow Sect Blessed Land, Old Man Yanxi squinted his eyes as he stared at the connecting Heaven Gu in midair. Fang Yuan bought wolf groups in bulk, even wolf emperors and mutated wolves. It attracted the attention of this wisdom path Gu Immortal. This Fang Yuan, he suddenly bought so many wolves. What is he trying to do? This mysterious rank, 7 wisdom path Gu Immortal, who had always stayed in the background, frowned. He tried using his Gu to make a deduction, but the result was that Fang Yuan wanted to rear wolf groups for profit and business. This result did not satisfy him. Gu Immortal Blessed Land's environment is most suited for growing fox groups. Although wolves are similar to foxes, they are different after all. Blessed lands are blessed. They were the land of fortune. But every blessed land was different. They received different blessings. For example, Gu Immortal Blessed Land was most optimal for raising foxes. Foxes that lived in this area would grow better and breed faster. As for Xianxia Blessed Land, it was suited for refining Gu. The environment was suitable for hairy men to live in. Shadow Sect Blessed Land benefited the cultivation of Soul Path Gu Masters. The instinct deep within his heart told Old Man Yanxi that Fang Yuan's actions had much deeper meaning. But Wisdom Path was not all-knowing. It had its weaknesses. Otherwise, Wisdom Path would rule the Gu world. There would not be a scene of variety where many paths flourished. Wisdom Path needed evidence to make deductions. The more evidences they had, the more reliable their deductions would be. The Wisdom Path Gu Master would be guided towards making a more accurate answer. But for Old Man Yanxi, although he was a Wisdom Path Gu Immortal, he would never have expected Fang Yuan to be from the future. Old Man Yanxi had deduced that Fang Yuan used Fixed Immortal Travel Gu to go to Gu Immortal Blessed Land, but he would never be able to guess that Fang Yuan went to Northern Plains. If Fang Yuan had sold Divine Travel Gu in Treasure Yellow Heaven, he might have been able to make the connection. But Fang Yuan was vigilant. He sold Divine Travel Gu to Xianxia Blessed Land. Old Man Yanxi lacked the most critical piece of information, thus his deduction ended up being wrong. He tried for a few more times, but he still received the same result. Do I really have to use my vital Gu for this? Old Man Yanxi thought of this as his pores expanded, as traces of cloud smoke flowed out of him. The white cloud smoke rose up and gathered above his head, forming into a rumbling cloud. The cloud was misty once it appeared. A thick immortal Gu aura burst out of it. But this rank 7 immortal Gu had an indiscernible aura. It was like the stars in the night sky. There was no way to locate it. It was also like the scent of a lotus from 1,000 steps away. The presence was extremely faint. Every time the cloud rumbled, there were infinite changes undergoing inside. There was no way to understand it all. If outsiders forced themselves to comprehend it, they would receive ambiguous answers. This was Old Man Yanxi's vital Gu, Heavenly Secret. Heavenly Secret Immortal Gu. It could expose the secrets of heaven and earth. Even if the Gu Immortal did not have any evidences or clues, it could directly lead them to the truth. When old man Xianxia found out that killer ghost doctor was under the slavery Gu, he used the heavenly secret Gu to deduce that Fang Yuan would one day return to southern border. Thus, old man Xianxia set up this trap and waited for Fang Yuan to come. Right now, old man Xianxia was hesitating. He was wondering if he should use heavenly secret Gu. Although heavenly secret Gu was powerful, it had a weakness. Old man Xianxia would not succeed every time he used it. Out of 10 tries, at least 8 would fail. Once he fails, old man Xianxia would face the backlash of an immortal Gu. If this backlash was common injuries, so be it, but it was extremely powerful and caused anyone to feel fear. Old man Xianxia's soul and body would be intact. The heavenly secret Gu's backlash only targeted his lifespan. Once he faces a backlash, old man Xianxia would lose 10 to 70 years of his remaining lifespan. A Gu master's cultivation to raise his rank did not have any effect on his lifespan. To extend their life, Gu masters had one way that was the best. That was lifespan Gu. Lifespan Gu can be used to increase a Gu master's lifespan without any consequences. Other than that, there were other unorthodox methods that could increase lifespan, but each of these methods had either weakness or flaws. My current body has around 80 years of lifespan left. Even the most severe backlash will only take 70 years of my life. I will still have 10 years left. It is enough to execute my heaven-defying plan. But these small matters would usually not give a huge backlash. Most likely, I will lose about 13 or 14 years. But is it worth it for me to use heavenly secret Gu for this? This act of defying heaven will definitely be noticed by my enemies when I reach the crucial stage. In the future, I will still need to use heavenly secret Gu to predict the future. But if I can get the fixed immortal travel Gu that Fang Yuan has, it is a great help towards my plan. Just talk about now. If I had fixed immortal travel Gu to attack Langya Blessed Land, I will be able to attack or retreat at will. What can Langya Land Spirit do to me? I will not have suffered such a huge loss this time. Old man Xianxia thought through it and decided to give up. Although heavenly secret Gu was powerful, it was a huge trap. The chances of success was simply too low. Furthermore, the consequences of failure was too severe. Old man Xianxia did not want to waste his lifespan for nothing. Back then, in order to deduce that Fang Yuan had fixed immortal travel Gu, or where he went, he first spent 70 years and got a result that stunned him for a long time. He was in Central Continent. He was in Hu Immortal Blessed Land. How did he get there? What opportunity did he get in order to get a visual image of Hu Immortal Blessed Land? Okay, Fang Yuan started hiding inside the Blessed Land and refused to come out. Old man Xianxia's plan to take fixed immortal travel Gu flopped before it even began. But thankfully, he used heavenly secret Gu and expended another 80 years of his lifespan to find the most possible opportunity to strike. In the future, on some day, Fang Yuan will return to southern border and join the Battle of Yitian Mountain. For this fixed immortal travel Gu, old man Xianxia spent 150 years of his life. Never mind, since I got the results already. I shall wait here for him. The matter of him raising wolves is not a concern. As a wisdom path Gu immortal, how can a mere mortal escape from a scheme that I made myself? Hee. Old man Xianxia snickered as he opened his eyes. His eyes were like the white eyes wolf. There were no pupils, only white color. He stared at connecting heaven Gu, his lips becoming more curled as he said, "You are a mere mortal, but you wasted 150 years of my life. In the future, when you die from my plot, it will be your greatest honor. But now, don't think you will have a good time." Old man Xianxia worked for a while. Very quickly, Fang Yuan felt something amiss inside Hu Immortal Blessed Land. Oh no, someone is buying the materials for refining wolf enslavement Gu in bulk. Fang Yuan wanted to buy these materials, but old man Xianxia was a step ahead of him. He quickly tried to buy them, but faced much obstruction. A number of Gu Immortal purposely raised the prices against him, causing him to spend a lot more, and the total amount of materials he procured was less than expected. Fang Yuan squinted, his gaze sharp like a needle. Someone is intentionally making problems for me. It can't be Langya land spirit. It does not have such influence. Then, other than Immortal Crane sect, it can only be that mysterious old man Yan Shi. He. Suddenly, Fang Yuan laughed. If it was before, he would be helpless against such a situation. But now, it was different. He had a large number of wolf enslavement Gu recipes. These recipes ranged from rank 1 to 5, and at every rank, there were different types of wolf enslavement Gu recipes. These materials that the Gu immortals obstructed him from getting were merely materials in ordinary wolf enslavement Gu recipes. Many Gu recipes had innovative ideas and took different routes, especially Langyo land spirit's personal recipes. How could these Gu immortals understand the use of these materials? Chapter 493, Surge in Battle Strength. A moment later, Fang Yuan's gaze was cold as he memorized these Gu immortals' names. Jiaosu, Great Immortal Ju Shi, Dian Huang Tianmu, Old Man Yan Shi. So it was you. He finally understood who the people finding problems with him were, because most of these Gu immortals were the ones who attacked Langya blessed land back in his previous life, according to his memories. These Gu immortals mostly come from northern plains, but there are also some from southern borders, eastern sea, western desert, and central continent. If I count Old Man Yan Shi as well, this hidden and mysterious Gu immortal organization is truly huge. Because of this uncommon clash, Fang Yuan learnt about many secret details. He was secretly shocked. What kind of force was it who created it? In his previous life, he had absolutely no idea about it. He was kept in the dark. Such a huge force was hiding in the background. They were not a simple poisonous snake, but a ferocious tiger hidden behind the trees. What were they planning? What was their motive? In the future developments, during the Battle of the 5 Regions, what influence did they have in all of these events? As for Old Man Yan Shi, what was his role in this mysterious organization? Thinking back about their earlier strife, while it seemed like they were aggressively attacking, they did not use their full strength after all. They had perfect control over their actions. Outsiders would not have sensed anything. They would only think of this as an ordinary contest. Even himself, if not for his 500 years of memories, he would only think that he was unlucky and faced fierce competition when procuring materials. They struck secretly, interfering with him, and found that they could not stop him, thus they stopped. The entire assault was like throwing a rock into the water. After several ripples, the water surface returned to normal. Fang Yuan was clear in his heart. He could escape from their assault this time because of Langya land spirit's recipes, but that was only a foundation. Most importantly, the other party did not want to expose themselves or attract any suspicions, thus they did not go all out. Although Fang Yuan was a Gu immortal in his previous life, he was only a mortal now. Although he had one blessed land, he could not compete against the cooperation of 2 Gu immortals, as well as such a mysterious and powerful force. The reason why I attracted the attention of Old Man Yan Shi is most likely due to fixed immortal travel, Gu Fang Yuan thought to himself. Back then, he used a mortal body to refine an immortal Gu in front of everyone. It was simply too glaring and attention-catching. Immortal Gu were something not many Gu immortals had, not to mention fixed immortal travel Gu, such a top-tier rank 6 Gu. Naturally, it would attract the greed of Gu immortals. The problem was that high profile he had, but Fang Yuan had no choice back then. The situation forced him to do so. This also resulted in the best outcome. There was no better way out of it. After such a long time, I'm sure the news have spread already. Immortal Crane sect is definitely investigating this thoroughly, but that is a good thing. The clearer they investigate this, the more they would learn about me. I am only about 30 years old. I am a vagabond from a destroyed small mid-sized clan. I am a lone cultivator, or rather, I am a demonic Gu master. As such a person with low aptitude and lacking resources, I actually managed to learn about who immortal blessed land's scenery and was able to refine an immortal Gu. How is that possible? This is like an ant becoming a giant and swallowing an elephant, or a pig that grew wings and flew even higher than eagles. Or using a phrase from Earth, this is scientifically impossible. This way, they will definitely deduce that there's an expert behind me. Someone of this level has to be a strong and mysterious Gu immortal. I am merely a chess piece that this person is using behind the scenes. And because of this, if they want to deal with me, they will have to consider the person behind me or the organization backing me up. What if this background organization is a group of people, a super clan, or a super sect? Nobody knows. Any person would want to investigate the unknown to use all means to learn about their enemies. Before they investigate clearly, as long as I hide inside Hu immortal blessed land and do not do anything overbearing, they will only try to probe me but would not truly go all out. Fang Yuan's thoughts moved like waves, sparked like flint rocks as he evaluated his current situation. Of course, this is only temporary. Paper cannot cover up a fire. Once they find out the truth or lose their patience, my trouble would come. The moment Immortal Crane Sect attacks Hu Immortal Blessed Land, the best outcome for Fang Yuan is to self-detonate the Blessed Land and make both sides suffer a huge loss. Nobody will obtain Dang Hun Mountain in that case. After losing the protection of his blessed land, Fang Yuan would be hunted down by everyone. Thus, he was using the identity of Chang Shan Yin as a future backup plan to leave a way out for himself. A crafty rabbit makes 3 homes. As a demonic lord in his time, Fang Yuan understood this clearly. After collecting his thought, Fang Yuan sighed. He had to cultivate quickly. It would be best if he reached Gu Immortal stage once again before Immortal Crane Sect and the mysterious force struck. But even so, it would still be a great danger. If he could not survive it, he would be smashed to bits and end up in the pitiful state of eternal rest. The pressure is great. Even though Fang Yuan obtained the greatest benefits back at Three Kings' blessed land, because of his actions, he lost the initiative. Spring-Autumn Cicada, Immortal Crane Sect, Dang Hun Mountain, Mysterious Force, Earthly Calamity of the Blessed Land. Even though he obtained Hu Immortal Blessed Land and his strength soared because of it, he was in even greater danger now. All the intense and precarious situations are pressuring him step by step, like a whip or a scythe, driving him to move forward. If he slows down for even a moment, the outcome would be unthinkable. If it were others, they would have exhausted their mind and body, crushed into pulp by such despairing circumstances. Only Fang Yuan, by racking his brain and thinking out of the box, could manage to find a chance of survival amidst looming disaster. But even though he tried so hard, the situation was not taking a turn for the better. Like now, he was facing a new problem. Immortal Essence stones were running out. He had first sold large numbers of Immortal Gu recipes and obtained 28 Immortal Essence stones. But after some purchases, especially the current bulk purchase, his spending was too high and his funds were running out. Right now, Fang Yuan had 4 Immortal Essence stones left. But there were too many areas he needed to invest in. Helpless, he had to stop investing in the wolf groups. But Fang Yuan's original plan was to dual cultivate strength and enslavement path. Now that he had a second aperture, this plan was taking form. 3 things dictated an enslavement path Gu master strength. Firstly, it was the size of the enslaved beast group. Secondly, it was the enslavement path Gu worms that the Gu master had. The third was the enslavement path Gu master's soul. The deeper the foundation of their soul, the more beasts they could enslave, and the stronger beast kings they could control. The time that they could manipulate beast groups to battle would lengthen as well. After my purchase, my wolf group size is already second-rate in Northern Plains Mortal Plane. The first-rate enslavement masters are still the 3 of them, Ma Zun, Jiang Baoya, and Yang Po Ying. But my enslavement path Gu worms were all from Chang Shan Yin. They are only rank 4. I have to get them to rank 5 so as to deal with the great battle in Northern Plains. Thankfully, despite Dang Hun Mountain's slow death, it can still be used. With Guts Gu, my expenditure is greatly reduced, but other than that, I still need large numbers of Wolf Soul Gu to improve my Wolfman Soul. Facing his cultivation requirements, the Immortal Essence stones in Fang Yuan's possession seemed lacking. Bulking, purchasing wolves only fulfilled one of the 3 aspects in Fang Yuan's enslavement cultivation. Next, he bought a few more Gu recipes in Treasure Yellow Heaven as well as many refinement materials and the rank 5 Wolf Soul Gu that he desperately needed, getting a total of 18. This way, he spent another Immortal Essence Stone. He only had 3 left. Fang Yuan placed his sights on Relic Gu next. His second aperture Gu was just formed. It is only rank 1 initial stage. It had to cultivate from the beginning. But where would Fang Yuan get the time to cultivate? By using Relic Gu to boost the cultivation level, he could bring out this second aperture's usefulness in the short run. Even though he had such intentions, the Immortal Essence Stones were almost used up already. Fang Yuan could only buy the green copper, red steel, white silver, and yellow gold relic, Gu. Next, he chose the body modification Gu worm. The body is like a sack. It holds the soul. When the soul is strong, while the body is unable to hold it, it would form a bottleneck, and the soul's growth would be halted. Similarly, if the body was not strong enough, the one had to be careful when using strength path Gu worms. If they overexerted themselves, they might break their own bones and tear their flesh before even hitting the enemy. After Fang Yuan finished his transaction, he had only 2 Immortal Essence Stones left. These 2 stones were kept to deal with emergency situations. For the next 2 days, Fang Yuan did not leave Ho Immortal Blessed Land. He cultivated on Dang Hun Mountain. This is the final Guts Gu on a cliff. Fang Yuan grabbed this Gu. Splat. With a crisp sound, yellow-brown mud flowed out. This was a rotten Gu. Its body was corroded by the gruel mud Immortal Gu. It lost the ability to enhance souls. Dang Hun Mountain's vitality is falling. The number of intact guts Gu is dropping as well. But after these few days of strengthening, due to the huge number, my soul still managed to reach 1,000-man soul. Fang Yuan closed his eyes, feeling the soul in his body. This 1,000-man soul was much more solid than before. It gave off a dense feeling, almost as if it was stuffed inside Fang Yuan's body. It gave a feeling of almost bursting out. 1,000-man soul was the signature trademark of an enslavement expert. Back then, Chang Shanyin had 1,000-man soul. Fang Yuan opened his eyes with a thought he called Little Hu Immortal and teleported himself into Dang Hun Palace. Sitting on his cushion, he took out a white silver relic Gu. Through his earlier tests, there was no problems with this relic Gu. Thus, Fang Yuan injected his primeval essence into it. A moment later, he opened his eyes. After inspecting the second aperture, he nodded in satisfaction. Second aperture has reached rank 3 peak stage 2. This way, Fang Yuan's first aperture was rank 5 peak stage, having crystal purple primeval essence. Second aperture was rank 3 peak stage, having snow silver primeval essence. Although snow silver primeval essence could not compare to crystal purple primeval essence, it could still provide some help to Fang Yuan. After all, in the Northern Plains contest for the Imperial Court, rank 3 Gu Masters were the absolute vital force. After I use the yellow gold relic Gu, I will reach rank 4 peak stage. That would be the best. Of course, the happiest thing is that the second aperture gives me the option for another vital Gu. This way, I alone can have 2 vital Gu. Chapter 494. All of you, get lost. Throwing aside expendable Gu, a Gu Master's first choice of a Gu worm would become their vital Gu. The relation between vital Gu and a Gu Master were very close. One could even say their lives were connected. No matter which side was injured, the other side would also be implicated. Vital Gu had one advantage which other Gu did not have. That was no matter how severe the backlash was, after Gu refinement failure, the vital Gu would still preserved. Thus, most Gu Masters would regard the vital Gu as their core Gu. Generally, the Gu Master's strongest Gu worm is their vital Gu. Once a vital Gu forms, it would be difficult to change it, but that was not absolute. If the Gu Master found an extremely good Gu worm and wanted to cultivate it as their vital Gu, they could destroy their original vital Gu. But this type of action was extremely dangerous. Once the vital Gu was destroyed, the Gu Master would suffer enormous backlash. At the least, they would suffer heavy injuries, and the worst outcome meant death. After rebirth, Fang Yuan's vital Gu was Spring Autumn Cicada, which had been hibernating in the center of his first aperture with no movement. Now he had a second aperture and had a chance to choose a second vital Gu. He had been able to guess this from the Gu recipe, but Fang Yuan was still happy after truly finding that it gave him this chance to choose. Which Gu should I choose as my second vital Gu? Immortal Gu could be taken out of the equation. Fang Yuan's second aperture was only a rank 3 mortal aperture, unable to store Immortal Gu. Spring-Autumn Cicada was a special situation. Besides Spring-Autumn Cicada, Fang Yuan also had 2 other Immortal Gu, Fixed Immortal Travel and Gruel Mud. But Immortal Gu Gruel Mud was an expendable Gu. If he made it his vital Gu after it is used up, Fang Yuan will suffer heavy backlash. Fang Yuan naturally would not do such a stupid thing. As for Fixed Immortal Travel, it was far away at the poisonous grassland, so there was no need to mention it. Without much hesitation, Fang Yuan made his decision. It was rank 3 all-out effort. Gu, he was cultivating Strength Path and Enslavement Path. All-out effort Gu was a must and was also the most ideal core of the Strength Path. Previously, Fang Yuan intended to use Undefeated 100 Battles Gu to ensure the safety of the all-out effort Gu during Gu refinement. But due to many reasons, and because of the situation, Fang Yuan had no choice but to use Undefeated 100 Battles Gu to refine Immortal Gu, Fixed Immortal Travel. As long as all-out effort Gu became his second vital Gu, Fang Yuan would no longer need to worry losing this precious Gu worm after Gu refinement failure. 2 days passed in an instant. Fang Yuan returned to the northern plains through Stargate Gu. The time flow in Hu Immortal Blessed Land was 5 times faster than the outside world. Fang Yuan had spent 2 days in the Blessed Land, but only a night had passed in northern plains. It was crack of dawn. From the edge of the sky, gentle purple and white colors started to appear. As the sun started to rise, the grass started to gradually look glossy green from the previously dark color. The crescent lake reflected the dazzling sunlight and sparkled. The light of dawn shone upon Fang Yuan's face. He smiled and looked at the side. The sparse wolf group was once again replenished with many white wolf figures. These were water wolves with a size that crossed 10,000. A water wolf myriad beast king led them along with 6,000 wolf kings under it. As for the vermilion flame wolf group, night wolf group, mutated beasts, and so on, Fang Yuan did not bring them. It would be too abrupt and conspicuous if he brought them all out at once. Fang Yuan was disguising as Chang Shanyin and wanted to properly manage this identity, thus he had to avoid such exposing actions. Water wolves were different. This action was proclaiming he was taking in wild water wolves. The water wolves' appearance was easily explained, but if Night Wolf Beast Emperor or those mutated wolves appeared, it would make no sense. I will have to continue taking in the wild water wolf groups. Fang Yuan rode on the hump wolf, and with a thought, the whole wolf group again moved out majestically towards the next destination. 3 days later, on a certain area beside the Crescent Lake, Gu masters from 2 tribes were furiously looking at each other. Zhang Feiyu, your Zhang tribe is too much of a bully. These 5 black-skin fat beetles are clearly our tribe's goods, but you actually dare to seize it out in the open. One tribe's tribe leader, Chai Zhang, shouted. Bullshit! We have already agreed to our territories with this water wolf nest as the boundary, and this is our Chai tribe's territory. As these 5 black-skin fat beetles have come to our Zhang tribe's territory, they naturally become ours. Zhang tribe leader Zhang Feiyu sneered. Chai tribe's Gu masters were furious at such words. Chai Zhang's face even flushed with anger as he lashed out. Shameless! Our Chai tribe is moving out our camp to hurry to the heroes' assembly, and naturally we need to pass through this place. Zhang Feiyu's eyes shone with a chilly light as he grinned. So this is your Chai tribe's mistake. You could have detoured this place. Why would you walk into my tribe's campground? Chai tribe's Gu masters were raging. Zhang tribe camp was placed at a tricky position, occupying the main road. It would be even more troublesome if Chai tribe was to take a detour. The way around had at least 3 myriad beast groups. Zhang tribe's action was intentionally extorting them. Zhang Fei, you aren't your actions too unsightly. Chai Zhang gnashed his teeth. Zhang Fei, you shrugged his shoulders without concern, laughing coldly. If your Chai tribe doesn't accept it, we can fight it out. Cha tribe's Gu master's momentum slowed down. Chai tribe was a small-scale tribe while Zhong tribe had expanded into a mid-scale tribe 2 years ago. Zhong tribe was strong. If they fought, Chai tribe would definitely suffer. As the Chai tribe's leader, Chai Zhang was naturally clear of this. He had thought of retreating, but 3 of these black-skinned fat beetles were holding their tribe's most precious goods. These goods had been meticulously gathered and were what the Chai tribe wanted to use to side with Lu Wenwu. If he had to give them up, Chai Zhang was, of course, very unwilling. In the end, should he fight or retreat? Just as the 2 sides were in a stalemate and Chai Zhang was hesitating, from far away wolf howls resounded. Howl, howl. Wolf howls came one after another, endlessly. At the same time, the sounds of a large number of beasts rushing forward were also transmitted to everyone. This lineup, Wolf Group. It is noon right now and the water wolf's nest is nearby. How could a wild wolf group come here? Zhong tribe and Chai tribe's people shifted their gaze towards the location of the sound, as if they were facing a great enemy. They soon saw the majestic wolf army rushing towards them like a river through the sparse jungle. In this wolf group, there were strong night wolves, the defensive turtleback wolves, outstanding wind wolves, and the white fur water wolves, which were the majority. Different from other wolf groups, they were moving harmoniously like an army. There was only one reason for this. Chai Zhang's heart thumped as he immediately thought of a person, Chang Shan Yin. Zhong Feiyu's expression became extremely unsightly. Their Zhong tribe also wanted to side with Lord Lu Wenwu, thus they were coveting after these goods of Chai tribe, but they had never thought someone would upset the whole situation at the crucial moment. As the wolf group approached closer, the Gu masters of the 2 tribes became restless. Such a large wolf group, someone could not help exclaiming in shock. Gasp. This scale, there are at least 28,000 turtleback wolves, 15,000 night wolves, and the wind wolves are even more than the night wolves. The water wolves are the largest with about 32,000. Someone drew in a cold breath and calculated the numbers with his rich experience. The wolf group's size was really too big. They spread open grandly, forming a half-moon-shaped formation and covering the 2 tribes. Zhong tribe and Chai tribe's Gu masters were instantly surrounded, and with the crescent lake behind them, they were in an unfavorable situation. Didn't they say Chang Shan Yin suffered huge losses after attacking Pei, Bei, and Zheng tribes? Why does he still have so many wolves left? Chai Zhang's lips turned dry. The dense wolf group not only covered them, there were still many of them left who were hiding in the forest, their figures indistinct. Zhong Feiyu could not keep up his relaxed attitude from before. He looked at the large numbers of 1,000 beast kings and myriad beast kings among the wolf group. His heart stuck in his throat. Enslavement path was different from other paths. They could change the situation with just a lone force. Numeral enslavement path Gu masters were already people who should not be underestimated, let alone Chang Shan Yin. Zhong Feiyu understood clearly that these wolf groups were enough to annihilate their Zhong tribe 2-3 times over and still have enough strength left, simply because they were in the wild with no obstacles to rely on. They did not have the walls of their camp, they were not in formation, they did not have time to rest, and also no time to recover their primeval essence. One hump wolf carrying Fang Yuan on its back leisurely walked out of the thin forest. Chang Shan Yin. Zhong Feiyu and Chai Zhang similarly called out. In an instant, countless eyes gathered on Fang Yuan's face. Fang Yuan expressionlessly rode on the hump wolf with his back upright, just like Chang Shan Yin's habit. His sharp gaze swept through everyone. He did not speak, but his closed lips were sufficient to display Chang Shan Yin's proud and aloof aura vividly. Zhong tribe and Chai tribe's Gu masters were silent. They only felt an enormous rock pressing down on their heart. The atmosphere seemed to freeze and made it difficult for them to breathe, especially when they thought of the Wolf King Chang Shan Yin challenging 3 tribes in one night. Many started to shiver. Pei, Bei, and Zheng tribe had been mid-scale tribe for a long time, while Chai tribe was only a small-scale tribe, and Zhong tribe had only advanced to mid-scale tribe not long ago. Zhong Feiyu and Chai Zhang glanced at each other, seeing the graveness and the intent to cooperate in each other's eyes. The 2 were similarly agonized. Just now, they were both about to fight, and now they had the hearts to ally. This play of fate really made one not know whether to cry or laugh. Lord Xianxia, your fame is well known to me. Zhang Feiyu. Zhang Feiyu gritted his teeth and bowed deeply towards Fang Yuan. No one felt that the Grand Tribe leader, Zhang Feiyu's action was inappropriate. The other was Xianxia. But Zhang Feiyu had yet to finish speaking when Fang Yuan waved his hand and indifferently said, "All of you get lost. Don't block me." Zhang Feiyu's eyes widened, his eyes showing an unconcealable humiliation. But he did not retort and instead lowered his head, bowing towards Fang Yuan again before turning around to his Zhang tribesmen. "Retreat." Chai Zhang discerned the situation and also immediately shouted, "We are also retreating." Immediately, both the tribes started retreating far away. Soon, the crowded lakeside only had the wolf groups and Fang Yuan, one person. Of course, there were also those 3 slow-moving black-skin fat beetles. Fang Yuan glanced at these 3 black-skin fat beetles without interest. The things the 2 tribes were fighting for did not have enough attractive force towards him. He waved his hand, and the water wolf group immediately rushed into the water, circling and attacking the water wolf nest here. Chapter 495, Gray-White Stone Slab. The water wolf den here had 4,000 water wolves. It was a 1,000-beast group. Although water wolves rarely stepped foot on land when their homes were invaded, that would be another issue. After sensing Fang Yuan's wolf group approaching, this group of wild water wolves attacked together, engaging with Fang Yuan's wolves. Facing obstruction, Fang Yuan's wolf group stopped their movement. But he snorted, activating Wolf Howl Gu, sending 3 groups of reinforcements to help. The wild water wolves only managed to hold on for a moment before being unable to hold the pressure, immediately overwhelmed as they lost completely. Far away. Tribe leader, our things are still there. A Chai tribe elder looked indignantly. Chai tribe leader sighed deeply. Never mind, let it be. It is better than losing our lives. Shouldn't we stay and watch? A person like Xianxia, he might not be interested in these 3 black-skin fat armor worms. Another Chai tribe elder was still hopeful. But Chai Zhang understood the truth, he snorted. If you're not worried about offending Xianxia and attracting his slaughter, then stay. This Chai tribe elder's face froze. This idea, do you think Zhang tribe can't think of it? Even if Xianxia doesn't want them, we will not be able to take these resources. Thai, with such an expert like Xianxia here, we can't stay in Crescent Lake any longer. We should set off now and leave quickly. Chai Zhang waved his hand, his tone filled with helplessness, but also anger and weakness. Chai tribe was only a small-sized tribe. They were weak. Especially with the 10-year blizzard approaching as well as the fight for the imperial court, it will be an era of turmoil where Northern Plains is engulfed in battles and chaos. A tribe like Chai tribe was like a tiny boat amidst the chaos, being blown by the winds and waves they can only ride on weakly. Only by clinging onto a stronger force can they increase their chance of survival. Chai tribe left after packing up without a bit of delay. A moment later, Zhang tribe's investigative Gu master reported to Zhang Feiyu with some afterfear. Lord Wolf King was victorious. With just a wave of his hand, he exterminated that wolf den. Out of the 4,000 water wolves, he recruited 3,000, yet he only lost 300. Zhang Feiyu and the Zhang tribe higher-ups shuddered upon hearing this. Such loss-to-gain ratio was terrifying. No wonder this Wolf King's wolf group could be replenished so quickly. Lord Tribe Leader, you did not see personally. Xianxia's manipulation was otherworldly. He is truly skilled. Investigative Gu Master wiped the sweat off his forehead as he added. Zhang Fei, you snorted, refusing to put his own tribe down, shamelessly saying, Xianxia has a water wolf myriad beast king. The leader of this group of wild wolves is only a 1,000 beast king. Once they battle, the water wolf group would face great suppression. Their battle strength would be weakened. It is easy to recruit them because of them. What about those 3 black-skin fat armor beetles? The investigative Gu Master answered, they were all taken by Xianxia. Zhang Feiyu's expression turned ugly. He tried to steal a chicken only to end up losing the rice used to lure it. Not only did he fail to get the resources, he even made an enemy out of Che tribe. Speaking of which, Chai tribe and Zhang tribe were in-laws. They had a close relationship. Otherwise, they would not have moved together. And when they set up camp, they chose to live closely to each other, to look out for one another. But the world is cruel. Right now, the imperial court competition was not just about benefits for Zhang tribe and Chai tribe, it was about their survival. Their relationship was only a method to defend their interests. When it was time to abandon the other, they would do so without hesitation. In the main tent, there was a pressurizing silence. Long after, Zhang Feiyu sighed, a person like Chang Shan Yin. Even if we gather all our strength, we cannot compete against him. But Northern Plains is not his alone. There are 3 enslavement masters stronger than him. We will note down this battle, and after we go to Lord Liu Wenwu, one day we will take revenge. Zhang tribe elders nodded in agreement. Not long after, Zhang tribe set off as well. Using a total of 9 days, Fang Yuan led the wolf group that had expanded drastically in size back to Ji tribe camp. Zhiguang led the Ji tribe higher-ups as he went out to welcome Fang Yuan back. Lord Supreme Elder, your cultivation recovered? When Zhiguang felt Fang Yuan's rank 4 peak stage aura, he was shocked and delighted. Fang Yuan nodded, replying plainly, "It recovered. It was about time anyway." Back then, Chang Shan Yin's cultivation was rank 4 peak stage. Later, he fought a grand battle with Hatu Gu and was injured to the point of nearing death, going into hibernation. But now, Fang Yuan's first aperture had reached rank 5 peak stage. Even with Northern Plains suppression, he still had rank 5 initial stage aura. His current rank 4 peak stage aura was only due to the effect of breath concealment Gu. As for his second aperture, because it first appeared in Northern Plains, there was no suppression and it was still rank 3 peak stage. Keeping it secret for now and then slowly releasing the aura, not only could he keep it as a trump card, he could even allow others to gradually accept his improvement without suspicion. Fang Yuan followed the Ji tribe higher-ups back to camp. Ji tribe camp was expanding along the way. Construction could be seen everywhere. Large numbers of mortal slaves or even Gu master slaves were being mercilessly utilized. Winner takes all, this was the cruelty of war and also the beauty of it. Ji tribe higher-ups were cheerful and joyous. After Ji tribe took down Bei tribe and Zheng tribe, they expanded greatly as they tried to digest this newfound force. The entire tribe's strength had increased greatly. The biggest problem now is the lack of slavery Gu. If we had large numbers of slavery Gu, we could send these slave Gu masters into battle. This will greatly increase our battle strength. Zhiguang exclaimed. Slavery Gu was a Gu worm that could control people, but man is the spirit of all being. They were much harder to manipulate than beasts. The burden on the soul was greater, especially when enslaving Gu masters with strong soul. Thus, in general, a Gu master rarely controlled more than 5 slaves. As for slave Gu masters, the numbers were fewer. Normally, a Gu master could only control 1 slave Gu master. Any more and the burden on their soul would be too much. As for those slave Gu masters with strong souls, to control them, one's soul had to be even stronger. Fang Yuan naturally had the ability to get lots of slavery Gu. But if he did so, he would expose many things. Ji tribe was only a chess piece in his plans. He did not need to worry for them to that extent. Next, I need to continue cultivating in seclusion. You will help me feed this wolf group. Fang Yuan spoke. Yes. Zhiguang quickly replied, but his heart was crying out. Now that Ji tribe was expanding, they were facing a huge lack of manpower. The wolf group was too huge. The burden of feeding them would be great. This would expend a lot of labor for Ji tribe. But Fang Yuan's next sentence made this young Ji tribe leader joyous. I brought a lot of resources back this time. They were obtained when I was hunting wolves. Use them as you wish, but remember, the things on those 3 black-skinned fat armor beetles are mine. Safeguard them for me properly. Yes, Lord Supreme Elder. For the next few days, Fang Yuan stayed inside Ji tribe camp, cultivating bitterly in seclusion. His second aperture's cultivation level needed to increase. Although he had 1,000-man soul, he still needed wolf soul Gu to strengthen himself, becoming a 1,000-man soul level wolfman soul. At the same time, his strength path also needed improvement. He needed to continue using Zhen Gu. When he needed to relax, he would take out the items on those 3 black skin-fat armor beetles and inspect them. These resources that Chai tribe painstakingly gathered were very strange. They were all gray-white stone slabs. But the surface of these stone slabs were filled with black ink lines. Some were straight while others were curled. There were thin and thick lines. The lines were drawn over one another. Some looked like letters, while others looked like drawings of scenery. If these stone slabs were real, that would be a huge deal. Tracing their source, they were from the immemorial era. Renzu's 9th daughter, Carefree Wisdom Heart, states that in order to save Wisdom Gu, Carefree Wisdom Heart came to the Qian Kun crystal wall. Qian Kun crystal wall was straight from top to bottom. It floated in midair like a giant mirror. In the mirror, there was a book mountain. On the book mountain, there was an ink waterfall, landing on the mountain rocks to form a literature spring. The ink waterfall continued to flow. As it landed on the literature spring, water splashed about. These black color splashes flew in the air as the water droplets formed into words. This was the origin of the 100-clan writing system in the Gu Master world. After Qian Kun crystal wall was broken, it turned into numerous gray-white stone slabs. Legends say that if one gathered all of the stone slabs, they could piece back Qian Kun crystal wall, and the Gu Master would be able to enter Book Mountain again. If one looked at the history of humanity, they would find that generations of Gu Masters, Gu Immortals, or even Immortal and Demon Venerables collected these stone slabs before. Precisely so, large numbers of counterfeit stone slabs appeared quickly. These fake stone slabs were indistinguishable to real stone slabs, unless the Gu Master was an experienced appraiser. In history, the most authoritative and accomplished appraiser Gu Immortal was Treasure Yellow Heaven's owner, Daoist Countless Treasure, who owned Treasure Light Gu. But even he could only identify them with an accuracy of 70 to 80%. There were simply too many fake stone slabs. Too many Gu Masters tried making fakes, even Thieving Heaven Demon Venerable himself. Thieving Heaven Demon Venerable purposely created many fakes and scammed many Gu Immortals. The fakes that he made were very convincing. They could even surpass the real deal. Fang Yuan had never thought of collecting all the stone slabs and restoring Book Mountain. Even a rank 9 Gu Venerable did not succeed. Fang Yuan had no such drive to waste his effort. He was only resting now and tried appraising these stone slabs. In his previous life, he had trained his eyes to be discerning. He had also once sold and created these fake stone slabs. Right now, he tried appraising these stone slabs, removing the fakes. It was a form of relaxation. But unexpectedly, just when he was playing with one of the stone slabs, something happened. This stone slab that he had evaluated to be a fake, after Fang Yuan injected his primeval essence, the ink lines started to move mystically. Chapter 496, Di Chu Inheritance. The ink lines changed and morphed randomly. After a long while, it settled and formed a terrain map. At the center of the map, there was a heightened land. There were no cliffs as the slope was very gentle. There was an opening that resembled a tunnel. On this place, 2 words were indicated, Di Chu. All around Dai Chu, there were swamps and forests. At the southwest corner, there was a river. At the lower area of the map, there were 4 lines light in the soil, shine up to 100,000 feet high, swimming in the sky for 100 lel, praising plum-fragrant snow. Fang Yuan muttered it silently, but after a long time, he had no idea what it was saying. These 4 lines were like poems, or not. They sounded like Gu recipes, but unlikely. But Fang Yuan was sure about one thing. These 4 riddle-like lines were definitely clues left behind on purpose. More amazingly, after the map formed for a while, it faded from the gray-white stone slab. Soon, this stone slab in Fang Yuan's hands turned white. There was nothing left on it. But when Fang Yuan closed his eyes, he could easily recall every detail on this map at an extreme clarity. This was not his outstanding memory instead. Painting idea. Gu, a painting idea. Gu was once used on this stone slab. This Gu can turn into scenery images and etch itself into a Gu Master's memory so that they will never forget it. Light of comprehension flashed across Fang Yuan's eyes. Evidently, This was an inheritance that a Gu master left behind. In order to appraise these stone slabs, Fang Yuan had taken many crystal clear Gu, Sunshine Gu, Moonshine Gu, etc. from G Tribe's inventory. Just earlier, he had used these Gu worms and injected his primeval essence skillfully to test them. These methods were unique ways to appraise gray-white stone slabs. In the end, these methods became the key to activating the secret of this stone slab. The Gu master who created this stone slab counterfeit not only used painting idea Gu, he also used other Gu worms to form this effect. This is an inheritance from a Gu master. In order to find the inheritor, he spent quite a bit of effort. Fang Yuan smiled to think that under such a situation, he obtained the clues to a Gu master's inheritance. Inheritance was one of the cultural identity of this world. Be it righteous or demonic Gu masters, they would choose to create an inheritance to leave behind an imprint unique to them in this world. Although he was lucky to receive clues about this inheritance, Fang Yuan did not show much joy. In his previous 500 years, he had encountered many of such situations. He was used to it. Most Gu masters would leave their inheritances behind. Therefore, inheritances were always in ample numbers.
There were Gu immortal inheritances, rank 4 or rank 5 Gu master inheritances. These were the truly valuable ones.
But there were also many rank 2 or 3 inheritances, even those made by rank 1 Gu masters. With the passing of time and natural or man-made disasters, many Gu masters often leave disappointed when exploring an inheritance. Some inheritances were destroyed long ago. Others were already taken by the time someone found it. For some inheritances, they were demonic inheritances, traps created by someone meticulously, those mentally twisted Gu masters who wanted to take revenge on the world before dying. I am too busy right now. I cannot abandon my plans for such a vague inheritance. Moreover, with just this map, where am I going to find that Dichu place anyway? Getting Dichu inheritance map was only a tiny accident. Fang Yuan quickly forgot about it. In the following days, he continued cultivating while refining Gu. From what he gained from the 2 tribes, he saw an improved recipe and found it interesting. Taking out a few Gu worms from G Tribe's warehouse, he spent a few days, and after failing twice, he refined the rank 3 eagle wings to the rank 4 eagle rise Gu. Speaking of which, this eagle wings Gu was nearly unused in his hands. After Fang Yuan left Poison Grassland, he came to Hongyan Valley and reached Ge Tribe camp. When he walked around the few markets that were set up during his stay, he bought it. Wolf King Chang Shan Yin was not a flying expert. Fang Yuan would not use this master-level technique easily. This was a trump card. Once he used it, it would shock the world. Chang Shan Yin went missing for more than 10 years. It was easy to make an excuse. Who knows what opportunities and inheritances he came across during the years? Why couldn't he become a flying expert? A few days after refining Eagle Rise Gu, Zhuguang visited Fang Yuan personally and brought the latest news with him. Ma Tribe had completely absorbed Fei Tribe and became Tian Chuan Heroes Assembly's main character. At Mengchu Heroes Assembly, Nuer Tribe's representative is a rank 5 Gu Master Nuer 2. Cao Fu's Zhao Tribe? That Zhao Lian Yun, Ma Hong Yun's wife, the wondrous woman who became a wisdom path Gu immortal in the future, is only a young innocent girl now. No matter what, Ma Tribe gains so much attention now. They definitely planning something big to fight for the coveted throne of the Lord of the Imperial Court. This is the same as in my previous life's memories. But will Ma Hongyun appear? Fang Yuan thought about it as he recalled. He could vaguely remember that during this contest, Ma Tribe showed outstanding strength, especially during the start. They had strong troops and high morale. They defeated many strong foes. But a tall tree is the first to face destruction. Soil that is nearest to the water will be the first to be swept away by the currents. Ma Tribe gained too much attention. They were targeted by experienced tribes of the Huangjin family. After several tough battles, although they won, they had great losses and were weakened. Eventually, Ma Tribe was forced by He Lu Lan, facing encirclement. Hai Tribe had a great number of people, but Ma Tribe had fortified defense. They were able to protect themselves. He Lu Lan brought his troops personally but was unable to gain victory. Seeing the approaching blizzard, he had to relent. After Ma tribe submitted to He tribe, they gained the rights to enter the imperial court. Ma Hongyan, with his absurd luck, also managed to get in. Precisely because he used this opportunity, he obtained the partial inheritance of an immortal venerable inside the 88 Edge treasure building, which became the foundation for his rise in the future. At this moment, Zhiguang spoke, asking Fang Yuan, "Lord Supreme Elder, most of the Heroes' Assembly are taking place fervently now. Our Yutian Heroes' Assembly also has many experts and competitors engaging in fierce competition. Among them, Liu Wen Wu and He Lu Lan are the two tribes with the greatest strength. The other forces cannot compete with them. Right now, only our tribe is still left in Crescent Lake. Even the large-sized tribes have set off for Yutian to attend the Heroes' Assembly. After these days of recuperating, we have already digested most of our battle spoils and stabilized the situation. If we don't set off now, we might not make it in time." Fang Yuan nodded. The Heroes' Assembly was a place where forces probed each other and created powerful alliances. Although Ji tribe gained strength quickly, they were only a mid-sized tribe. If they did not attend the Heroes' Assembly and detach themselves from the rules of the game, they would be ostracized. That had a huge impact on them. Although Ji tribe leader was Ji Guang, ever since Fang Yuan took the role of Supreme Elder, his decision was already the #1 priority of Ji tribe. During these days, Ji Guang and the other higher-ups were starting to get anxious. They did not have Fang Yuan's memories. They did not know that during this Yutian Heroes' Assembly, there would be a huge contest, and thus it ended the latest. Fang Yuan had made his arrangements in light of this. He waved his hand, saying to Ge Guang, "Although the tribe has stabilized, that is only on the surface. In the dark, there are still many people whose hearts are not with us. If we really went to battle, even with a mid-sized tribe scale, we would not be able to unleash the corresponding strength." Zhiguang lowered his head, listening to Fang Yuan's teachings patiently. Fang Yuan continued, "Yutian Heroes Assembly's contest has just entered the climax. We are in no rush to get there. For now, we are going to Onion Valley." Onion Valley? Zhiguang showed some confusion. Onion Valley was a place like Crescent Lake. It was a wide valley overgrown with green onions. It was a unique habitat. There, large numbers of beast groups lived at a larger scale than Crescent Lake. Of course, there were countless wild goo worms. Among them, there was the extremely famous rank 2 Gu, Onion Explosion, Gu. This goo looked like an onion, but it was not green or white. Instead, it was red like fire. Once activated, it would emit an intense odor. When wild beasts smell it, they would turn irascible, showing their wild nature. They would be more likely to attack people. Thus, Onion Valley was much more dangerous than Crescent Lake. Why did he want to go to such a dangerous place instead of attending the Heroes' Assembly? But soon Fang Yuan said his reason. "Very long ago, I bred some wolves in Onion Valley. After these years of growing, they should have matured and expanded." So that's it. Ji Guang's eyes shone. It was very resource-expending to nurture an enslavement path Gu master. Just the food needed to feed their wild beasts daily was an astronomical figure. These days, in order to take care of Fang Yuan's wolves, Ji tribe had expended a lot of their resources, causing Ji Guang to wince in pain and have a clear understanding of this. Thus, many enslavement path Gu master would choose to let beast groups grow on their own. They would choose some appropriate locations and leave some beasts behind as the seeds. Once in a while, they would go to check their growth. If the beast group expanded, they would have profited. Of course, the chances of having gains was low. In most situations, the beast groups would shrivel or even get exterminated. But even so, most enslavement path Gu masters would choose to do so. After all, enslavement path was a huge burden on resources. How many moral Gu master could be like Fang Yuan, sending their beast groups into the blessed land? After Fang Yuan said that, Zhiguang immediately understood. After so many years, the Wolf King is still around, but I do not know how many wolves there are left. But this time when we attend the Heroes' Assembly, the more wolves there are, the better it is for us. We will have greater authority and voice if our wolf group is larger. Hearing Fang Yuan's words, Zhiguang nodded, agreeing. Lord Supreme Elder is right. Then when do we set off? Today, Fang Yuan said. Chapter 497 Minosu Kuang. The sky was pure and azure, and the ground was like a sea of jade. The soil here was especially fertile with water plants growing lushly, reaching up to a man's knee. This was the famous Yutian of northern plains, reputed as one of the most abundant pasture lands. Now, people were gathering here with their banners fluttering in the wind. Yutian's Heroes' Assembly had already lasted for half a month. In the first week, every tribe was shouting their own slogans, causing clamor and disturbance. But gradually, all the forces began to join up through alliances. And now the two strongest forces remained. One side was Lu tribe's Lu Wen Wu, and another was He tribe's He Lu Lan. At this moment, the two sides were valiantly confronting each other. In the center of the people was built a spacious battle stage. In the battle stage, two northern plains Gu masters were having an intense battle, both of them with rank 4 cultivation. Outside the stage, everyone was looking at the battle intensely. Battles at tribe leader levels were not something they normally had a chance to observe. Especially the two people on the stage, one righteous and another demonic. Both were famous characters and had deep hatred against each other. Water Demon, hand over your life. The middle-aged Gu master in the battle stage shouted and stamped his foot, jumping into the air. In the air, he took a deep breath, then breathed out a basket-sized dark flame towards his opponent. Water Demon Hao Ji Liu's heart gave warning signs. His eyes flashed with blue light as he crazily poured his yellow-gold primeval essence into Water Wall Gu. Rise? He raised his two palms from bottom to top. His movement looked heavy as if he was lifting a weight of 10,000 catties. Following his movement, boundless water vapor formed into a blue waterfall that rose up from the ground. The waterfall charged up in reverse and then came down, forming an arch of thick water wall. The dark flame slowly fell onto the water wall and was immediately extinguished. The spectators were stunned. They were just about to ridicule Water Demon for making a big fuss over nothing, when suddenly the spark, with only a bit of light left in it, suddenly exploded. The deafening explosion was like the crackling of the thunder. Great amounts of flames rushed forth and evaporated the thick water wall into water vapor. The strong impact created a frantic wind that rapidly spread everywhere, but the storm could not get out of the stage. There were Gu masters standing around the battle stage, activating their defensive Gu to form a round barrier that firmly guarded the stage. Such terrifying skill. Such intense explosion has already neared the effect of a rank 5 Gu. This killer move has all along been concealed by fire prodigal Chai Ming. Although Water Demon detected it, he still underestimated Lord Chai Ming's attack. As the shocks from the explosion started to dull down, everyone started discussing and making a din with their gaze concentrating on the battle stage. Even Hai Lu Lan and Lu Wenwu were unable to take their eyes off. But within the round light barrier, water vapor caused the stage to become a scene of white, making people unable to see clearly. Everyone patiently waited, and when the water vapor dispersed, Chai Ming was still standing tall on the stage while gasping and looking at the body under his foot. Water Demon, did you think a day like this would come when you killed my father that year? Water Demon Hao Ji Liu spurted out mouthfuls of blood, showing a pained expression under Chai Ming's step. Ha ha ha, it is our win. Lord Chai Ming is mighty. The spectators were dazed for a while before the side belonging to Lu Wenwu burst out with extremely loud cheers. On the other hand, on He Lu Lan's side, some onlookers were silent, while others had twitching mouths. Brother Lu Lan, you let me win one. Lu Wenwu stood up from his seat and cupped his fist towards Hai Lu Lan with a smile showing an elegant demeanor. He Lu Lan looked like he had not expected this result as he coldly snorted, just as he was about to say few words to keep up with the formalities. Whoosh! A soft sound sounded out, and Chai Ming looked towards his chest in shock. A sharp water blade protruded out of his heart. He looked back slowly to see his enemy Hao Ji Liu malevolently smiling towards him with his face full of blisters from the fire. This is the real body, then under my foot is... Chai Ming was full of doubts. Bang! Coincidentally, at this time, the Hao Ji Liu under his feet turned into a pool of water and dispersed. It is Water Image Gu. someone exclaimed. Water Image Gu is a rare rank 4 Gu, but Water Demon clearly used many other methods to make his water image look so lifelike. The sounds beside his ears allowed Chai Ming to understand the reason for his defeat. Despicable. He said the last word of his life and died with an extremely indignant heart. Lord Chai Ming. Many people cried out in sorrow. Brother, Chai tribe leader cried out with tears rapidly flowing down his eyes. Ha ha ha. Hai Lu Lan threw his head back and laughed loudly without concealing his joy in the slightest. He raised his thumb towards the water demon, Hao Ji Liu. You did great. Come, drink this wine. Many thanks for Lord's reward. Water demon walked off the stage while grimacing in pain from the burns that were all over his body, but still accepted the cup of wine and drank it in one shot. Great wine. He gave a flattering smile and returned the wine cup to Hai Lu Lan. Although everyone disdained his shamelessness, his strength was displayed in front of them, and with adding in his evil reputation, no one ridiculed or mocked him. Hai Lu Lan waved his hand and spoke with his coarse and boorish voice. Take this cup as a reward too. Yan Quier, come, bring me a new cup and pour me the best wine. Following his beckoning, a beautiful young girl in gorgeous attire obediently walked forward and places several wine cups in the table in front of Hai Lu Lan, then gracefully poured wine. She was the eldest daughter of Yan tribe, Lu Wen Wu's fiancée. Kidnapped by water demon Hao Ji Liu, she was offered to Hai Lu Lan as a meeting gift. Hai Lu Lan hurriedly brought Yan Quier with him to the Heroes' Assembly as an attack against Lu Wen Wu. Young Master Lu, you can't win against me. Why not admit defeat, and I shall return your fiancé to you. Hai Lu Lan drank the wine in one shot and boorishly wiped off the wine that dropped to his beard. Hee, why does a man have to worry about having no wife? This girl is beautiful, but how could she replace the ambition inside my heart? Brother Lu Lan, haven't you heard of the old saying that women are like clothes while brothers are like our hands and feet? Since Brother Lu Lan likes her, feel free to have her. Liu Wenwu chuckled, showing not even a bit of anger. Young Master Lu is really ambitious. Young Master Liu Wenwu is a true man of our northern plains. Right, only such a person is worthy for us to follow. Liu tribe's side spoke one after another in support of Liu Wenwu. Since it was a woman, they were not moved and did not have any thoughts of retorting. This was the tradition of northern plains regarding men as superior to women. Omen are like clothes and brothers are like hands and feet. This saying was said by none other than Giant Sun Immortal Venerable. The bloodlines that Giant Sun Immortal Venerable had passed on was collectively called as Huang Jin family. Huang Jin family held the supreme authority in northern plains and also followed the old ancestors' tradition. Since Liu Wenwu could compete with Hai Lu Lan on equal terms, he was naturally not somebody easy to deal with. His words were instead secretly ridiculing Hai Lu Lan's lustful and unambitious nature, giving him an appearance that he was not infatuated with the mortal affairs. Hai Lu Lan furiously snorted. Your Lu tribe has always been able to talk well, but so what? Come, come, come. We will send our people on the stage and have a match. Lu Wenwu's expression immediately changed a little. Rather than Yan Quier, this was his greatest weak spot. In the previous 9 matches, he only won 3 matches and lost many experts. In the battle just before, he even lost the rank 4 expert fire prodigal Chai Ming. Now Hai Lu Lan was inviting him for battle again, and he had no choice but to accept. If he did not accept, it would show his cowardice. The men of the northern plains despised a cowardly master the most. But if he accepted, he was sure to lose more than win. Damn it, this bastard is intentionally challenging me to weaken my elite battle forces. But I cannot show weakness in the Heroes' Assembly. Who should I send this time? Liu Wenwu inwardly gritted his teeth, his gaze sweeping beside him. There were people from both righteous and demonic path who had sided with him, with no lack of famous characters. But at this moment, they did not dare to meet Liu Wenwu's gaze and either lowered their head or gazed far away.
Right as Liu Wenwu's subordinates were feeling awkward, a loud voice came from a distance. Big brother, no need to worry, send me.
Third brother has come. Liu Wenwu was very happy at the voice. The crowd parted and created a passage. The person who walked through the path caused everyone to be surprised. This person was tall with a beefed-up body, a fierce mouth and wide nose, skin as dark as ink, with snowy white lush hair and beard that seemed to blend together like a lion's mane. The white hair and black skin was such an unusual appearance that caused the crowd to be dazed for a while before someone exclaimed, revealing this person's identity. This person is an Inkman. Rockman, Eggman, Hairyman, and Inkman were not Renzu's descendants but variant men. Inkman was also recorded in the legends of Renzu. Their homeland was the Book Mountain. The Book Mountain had an ink waterfall which would crash down on the literature spring, and the raging ink would fall on the rocks, forming Inkman. Big brother, little brother is late. This Inkman walked to the center of the site and bowed deeply towards Liu Wenwu. Not late, not late. You came at a good time. Liu Wenwu patted the Inkman's shoulder and introduced him to everyone. Everyone. This is Moshi Kuang, whom I have sworn brotherhood to at my early years.
Moshi Kuang.
Young Master Liu really has good vision, fooling around with an insignificant variant man. All right, let my Viper Prince exchange moves with your brother. From Hai Lulan's side, a male Gu master with triangular eyes walked out. Come. Viper Prince walked to the battle stage and beckoned Moshi Kuang with his finger. Moshi Kuang was provoked by this action and immediately jumped to the stage in fury. Die! He clapped his two palms. An invisible force swept everything, crushing towards Viper Prince without any obstacle. What? QIU path? Rank 4 peak stage. Shit. Viper Prince could not even finish speaking before he was crushed into minced meat, which then splattered everywhere. The result was decided with one move. Gasp! The sounds of sucking in cold breath resounded in the air. Chapter 498, Wolf Howl. Hai Lulan looked at Moshi Kuang with a gloomy face. He had a bad premonition when Moshi Kuang stepped on the stage. But when Moshi Kuang smashed Viper Prince into minced meat with one move, Hai Lulan's heart turned heavy. Moshi Kuang was a rank 4 peak stage expert and cultivated Qi path. Humans were the spirit of all living beings and could awaken their aperture through Hope Gu. Since variant men had the man word on them, they naturally had higher spirituality than beasts. But this spirituality was much less than human. Thus, only few variant men could achieve such accomplishments in cultivating. The absolute majority of the variant men would never awaken their aperture in their whole life. Only a few fortunate ones could. Only the fortunate among these fortunate ones could achieve success in cultivation. This Moshi Kuang was one such special case. No wonder Liu Wenwu made friends with Moshi Kuang. If it were me, I will also be willing to make friends with such a rank 4 peak stage expert. Realization dawned upon many people. Hey, the black-skinned fatty over there. Is it you who wants to oppose my big brother? Come, send your experts. Let me slap your lackeys flat. Moshi Kuang patted his chest and shouted loudly. A heroic aura showed in his boorish manner. Black-skinned fatty. Hai Lulan's eyelids twitched and was extremely angry. Although I am fat, am I as black as you? This black boar is really hateful. Hai Shuyi, Hai Lulan lightly called, his calm voice holding within a burning rage. Here. A thin man immediately responded. Go teach this guy a lesson. Yes, Lord Tribe Leader. Hai Shuyi agreed expressionlessly and unhurriedly walked. His gaze was as indifferent as ice. As he walked, a black light blossomed over his whole light. The black light condensed and formed an armor that firmly covered him. Next, a dim green halo flew over his head. 56 flying bone shields flew out and hovered beside him, completely shielding him. Similarly, 9 grayish-blue ghost faces whimpered and hovered around him. By the time he stepped on the stage, he was completely armed and protected. The crowd was in a clamor. Hai Lulan's words were very imposing, but he actually sent a defensive Gu master to bring out Moshi Kuang's trump cards. Ah ha 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 ha. Moshi Kuang was instead very happy. You're a guy asking for a beating. Come, eat my punch. The moment he finished speaking, his right hand clenched into a fist and fiercely punched at Hai Shuyi. Instantly, his fist strength condensed into a thick fist chi, which fiercely slammed at He Shu Yi, who was dozens of steps away. If it was someone else, just this punch would leave them handicapped if not dead. But He Shu Yi forcibly took on this punch. His upper body shook a bit, but his lower body did not move in the slightest. Good. Moshi Kuang was very happy at this. He was different from ordinary Inkmen and was extremely addicted to fighting. He became thrilled at this moment and shouted again. He slowly took off to the air, his snow-white hair swaying loosely with the air. After pulling open a distance from He Shu Yi, he started to punch rapidly. The punch shadows rained down like a torrential rain, the translucent fist chi shooting towards He Shu Yi. The fist chi exploded on He Shu Yi's armor, producing a sound like that of thunder crackling. But He Shu Yi was like a giant reef that would stand tall no matter how many sea waves struck it. The 56 flying bone shields dispelled most of the force on him. Some bits and pieces of fist chi struck at his black iron-like armor, but it was of no use. The scattered chi flow was absorbed completely by the 9 ghost faces. When Moshi Kuang's crazed attack stopped, the halo above He Shu Yi let out a dim green light and shone down upon the flying bone shield, completely repairing the cracks in the shields. Let me return this to you. He Shu Yi sneered. The 9 ghost faces opened their mouths together and spurted out dozens of fist chi. Shockingly, Moshi Kuang's attack was returned back to him in full. Moshi Kuang was dazed at the dozens of fist ki. The fist ki exploded on him, one after another, and he crashed down to the ground. Haharak, 4 peak stage is nothing outstanding. Immediately, someone shouted outside the stage. Young master. A person beside Lu Wenwu nervously shouted, He Shu Yi is one of the 3 commanders of the Black Banner Troops, a rank 4 upper stage, Gu master specialized in defense. Should we call Moshi Kuang back? Don't worry. Lu Wenwu was not worried, and instead had a joyful smile as he looked at A Lu Lan, then at He Shu Yi at the stage. My third brother is extremely addicted to fighting. The stronger the opponent is, the more excited he becomes. He watched the show unfold now. Ha ha ha. Refreshing, so refreshing. Moshi Kuang suddenly let out a crazed laughter and jumped up from the ground. His eyes turned as red as fire, and he looked at He Shu Yi with a burning gaze. You are somewhat interesting, worthy of me using half my strength. Moshi Kuang said earnestly. He Shu Yi was naturally not happy. Boastful guy, give me all you've got. Ha! Moshi Kuang's body shook. An intense inhuman aura like that of lions or bears erupted from his body, oppressing everyone's hearts. Whoosh! He rushed to the sky with overflowing might like that of a demon god and lifted his right leg. Here it comes. He excitedly shouted and kicked his right leg towards He Shu Yi. The sound of the wind suddenly whirled and boundless air condensed into an enormous foot. This foot was nearly transparent and was as big as a small hill. It crashed down rapidly, with an incomparably violent momentum. Such an attack. For a moment, not only He Shu Yi, but He Lu Lan and others all stared with their eyes wide open. Defend. Use all your strength. The several rank 3 Gu masters who were in charge of defending the site shouted one after another. The enormous foot stamped down. He Shu Yi gritted his teeth and immediately sent his 56 flying bone shields to take it on. But the flying bone shields could not last for even a second and were smashed by the foot. Next, the enormous foot smashed down like a mountain. The green halo was instantly broken. The 9 ghost faces did their best to absorb the force, but could only weaken 1/10 of it before dispersing. The chaotic airflow could not even scatter before it was suppressed by the enormous foot. He Shu Yi felt an irresistible force heavily pressing down on his spine. He wanted to resist, but was powerless and within a few breaths of time was pressed down to the ground. The black iron armor which had made him famous was crushed to pieces by the huge force. Crack! The sounds of his bones breaking continuously entered his ears, and large amounts of blood flowed out of his 7 facial orifices. The huge force was still spreading towards the surroundings. Several defensive Gu masters had to sacrifice their lives to maintain the light barrier and not let it collapse. After the dust dispersed, He Shu Yi was lying on the ground like a dead dog, motionless and at his last breath. He Lulan's expression paled as he stood up immediately. Hai Shuyi was part of his direct family line and was one of the 3 commanders of the Black Banner troops. Without him, Black Banner troops' battle strength would fall by at least 20%. At the same time, Hai Shuyi was Hai Tribe's Supreme Elder's grandnephew's son, so this was a matter of utmost concern. He Lulan had never expected Mo Shiquang to be so strong. His strike could almost jump realms and challenge rank 5 Gu masters. Hai Shuyi could not be lost. Hai Lulan immediately sent orders. Bring back Hai Shuyi. Immediately, 2 rank 3 Gu masters rushed forward. The defensive Gu masters hesitated, but not wanting to offend Hai Lulan, they did not block the way, instead loosening up the barrier. Lord, this Hai Lulan is extremely shameless. Actually is trying to break the rules. Let me go too. A Liu tribe elder shouted in indignation. Lu Wenwu, however, just chuckled. Nothing to worry. Let them experience the power of my sworn brother. A group of scoundrels. Mo Shikuang shouted in fury before waving forward with his right fist. He seemed to be dragging 1,000 jun of weight as he moved his hand, giving a feeling of slow exertion of power. An enormous arm made of qi, 50 feet in length and 10 feet wide, rapidly formed under everyone's dumbstruck gaze. Whoosh! The qi arm produced a sound like that of a roaring dragon or tiger and also seemed like a hurricane that would blow away everything. The enormous qi arm fiercely swept across in a wild and unrestrained manner. If it came across mountains, it would break them, and if it came across seas, it would split them. The 2 rank 3 Gu masters that came to rescue He Shuyi were like flies as they were swept flying by the enormous qi arm. The qi arm then swept outside the stage, causing sounds of shocks and screams to resound. Many spectating Gu masters who were not able to dodge in time were smashed into minced meat by the qi arm. He Lulan and his group hurriedly retreated to avoid the brunt of the attack, courting death. Kill him. He actually attacked us. Let's attack him together. He Lulan and his group, who avoided the brunt of the attack, made their moves one after another and immediately shattered the qi arm. Ha ha ha. More. Mo Shiquang did not show a hint of fear in facing so many Gu masters, and instead became even more happy, his battle intent burning high. He advanced instead of retreating like a tiger that had came out of the mountain, his beard fluttering as he charged towards Ai Lulan and the group. Not good. Third brother has gone berserk again. Lu Wenwu could not remain calm anymore. He waved his hand. Everyone, follow me to reinforce third brother. Liu tribe's side also entered the battle. Heroes' assembly immediately turned into a chaotic mess. An unprecedented large chaotic battle suddenly unfolded. Mo Shiquang rampaged here and there in the battlefield, and He Lulan along with his group smoothly grabbed He Shuyi and retreated. Chai tribe's Gu masters charged towards water demon Hao Ji Lu, and the heavily injured Hao Ji Lu could only flee here and there. It was chaos. Shit, this is only the heroes' assembly. We absolutely cannot have such a battle and suffer huge losses. If so, how will we vie for the imperial court? What to do? Even if our side wins, it will be a miserable victory. Lu Wenwu and He Lulan felt the situation was far from good. They tried to stop it, but it was in vain. Howl! Right at this moment, an intensely desolate wolf howl spread from far away, manifesting the presence of a beast emperor. Countless wolf howls followed soon after. The howling merged into a grand and majestic howl that resounded all over heaven and earth. Chapter 499 Turtle Jade Wolf Skin Gu. Is there a wolf tide coming? So many wolves. There are night wolves, wind wolves, turtleback wolves. Wait. There are water wolves and vermilion flame wolves. The shocked voices called out as the people stopped fighting, turning around and focusing their attention on the wolves. But what they saw was a grand wolf army approaching from all directions. All sorts of northern plains wolves gathered together and charged over collectively. The black and nimble night wolves, the elegant wind wolves, the defensive turtleback wolves, the purest snow water wolves, and the ones coated in blazing flames, vermilion flame wolves. These wolf groups came together. Each had at least several tens of thousands in number. At once, the grand wolf army filled everyone's field of vision, causing people to feel suffocated as a chill grew in their hearts. A group of people moved slowly under the protection of the wolf groups. Large numbers of fawn slug, gu, black skin, fat armor beetles carried huge amounts of resources, while lizard house gu moved their forelimbs forward. There was a grand tribe flag carried by one of them, symbolizing the main tent's location. On the blue flag, there was a huge word written as G. It's Gi tribe. That means this is Chang Shan-yin's wolf army. Didn't Chang Shan-yin battle 3 tribes consecutively? How did his wolf groups expand by so much? Suspicion and questions filled everyone's hearts. According to our intel, the Wolf King has night wolves, wind wolves, and turtleback wolves. But where did he get all these water wolves and vermilion flame wolves? Liu Wenwu's face was grim. Big brother. Mo Shi Kuang returned to Liu Wenwu's side. The huge wolf groups caused his heart to jump secretly. The water wolves can be explained. After all, G tribe stayed in Crescent Lake for such a long time, and water wolves are most common there. But can anyone tell me where these 80,000 vermilion flame wolves came from? Vermilion flame wolves are much rarer than wind wolves, water wolves, and night wolves. They have the strongest attack power among wild wolves. We have to check clearly. Where did Chang Sheng-yin get such a powerful force suddenly? Can anyone tell me? At once, countless tribe leaders and elders cursed the intel-gathering Gu masters in their tribes. Forget the vermilion flame wolves. Look at that largest night wolf. Is it a wolf emperor? Zheng Fei, you pointed as he shouted. The truth is, once the night wolf emperor appeared, numerous gazes were already assessing it. It truly is a night wolf emperor. The authority of a wolf emperor was absolute. After Bei Cao Chuan clarified it, he said dryly. Everyone gasped. Wolf emperor. This was equivalent to the strength of a rank 5 Gu master. Chang Shan-yin was only a rank 4 Gu master. He actually had control of a wolf emperor. As expected of an established character, the hero of Northern Plains, the one who had once single-handedly taken down Ha-Tu Gu and his band of bandits. This legend. Damn it. How did his strength rise so much? With the Wolf Emperor, he is already on par with Ma Zun, Jiang Baoya, and Yang Potian. Pei Yanfei, who wanted to take revenge, clenched his fists. The Grand Wolf Army made him feel a strong sense of helplessness and defeat. Seeing the Wolf Army approaching them, everyone showed a grim and fearful expression. The chaotic battle had stopped. Everyone was gathering around Liu Wenwu and He Lulan's side, getting into their formations. Soon after, under everyone's gaze, Fang Yuan rode the White Eyes Wolf as he followed Zhiguang and the rest and came to He Lulan. Wolf King Chang Shan-yin, I've long heard of your name. He Lulan first greeted him. He Lulan's body was bulky like an angry bear. His uneven, shiny white teeth were like daggers, giving people a ruthless feeling. His triangular eyes shone with threatening brilliance. This person was extremely lecherous. It was a well-known fact in Northern Plains. Fang Yuan laughed lightly as he turned to look at Liu Wenwu. Liu Wenwu wore white clothes, having a scholarly aura, looking like a perfect young master. His eyes were mild and his face was like jade. Beside him, there was a 9 feet tall ink man. His body was black and he had white hair, standing like a guardian. He was the #1 fierce general in this imperial court competition, Mo Shi Kuang. Liu Wenwu's heart jumped. Fang Yuan's deep gaze made him feel amiss. Chang Shan-yin and Chang tribe's enmity had already been spread to the world by Ji tribe during the battle in Crescent Lake. Right now, Chang tribe had already submitted to Liu Wenwu. If Chang Shan-yin wants revenge on Chang tribe, he would first have to deal with Liu Wenwu. Fang Yuan retracted his gaze. Looking at Hai Lulan, he said with a plain tone, but his voice resounded in everyone's ears. The reason why I have returned is to exact revenge. Coincidentally, the competition for the imperial court was undergoing. This will also allow me to meet all the grand heroes in Northern Plains. Brother Lulan, why don't we team up? Hai Lulan's pupils shrunk as he happily stood up, walking towards Fang Yuan, grabbing his shoulders as he laughed, gaining Wolf King's help. It would be my greatest honor. At Hai Tribe, the people suddenly exploded as they cheered loudly. Your defeated opponent, Hao Ji Liu, pays respect to Lord Wolf King. Water Demon paid respects to Fang Yuan with trepidation. He Lulan frowned. immediately turning around. Although Hao Ji Liu had gained some merits, if he offended Chang Shan Yin, He Lu Lan would have to kill him to express goodwill towards Chang Shan Yin. But Fang Yuan nodded at Hao Ji Liu. No matter, just do your best from now on. Hao Ji Liu breathed a huge sigh of relief. Ha ha ha, the Wolf King truly has a big heart. Such magnanimity, I am in awe. He Lu Lan's laughter became louder. Hao Ji Liu was a rank 4 upper stage Gu Aster, an absolute expert. Now that he got the best of both worlds, he was overjoyed. While Hai Tribe rejoiced, Liu Tribe sank into solemnness. Although Liu Wenwu had predicted this, his mood still turned terrible. If I had known this, I would not have agreed to Chang Tribe's request. How can a Chang Tribe compare to Chang Shan Yin? Hai, but now that the deed has been done, I cannot salvage it further. He sighed in his heart. Yan Kui'er was his wife-to-be, but he could discard her. Not just because of the patriarchal traditions, but also because Yan Tribe had been exterminated. But Chang Tribe's strength was still intact. If he really gave up on Chang Tribe, it would make all the tribes that subdued to him feel disheartened and fearful. He, Lu Wenwu, could not do such a thing. Hey, tribe leader, my Wang tribe would like to join you. What do you think? Hey, Lu Lan, my Fang tribe will be betting on you this time. Yi tribe is willing to submit to He tribe. At once, several of the undecided large tribes immediately chose to side with He Lu Lan. Although Li Wenwu had fierce generals like Mo Shi Kuang, Wolf King Chang Shan Yin had allied with He Lu Lan. With such a huge wolf group as the vanguard, who knows how many people's lives would be saved in the future. This way, all of the tribes at Yutian Heroes Assembly made their choices. A large portion joined He Lu Lan, while the rest went to Lu Wenwu. Ahaha, Lu tribe's lad, we will meet on the battlefield next time. Brother Lu Lan, till we meet again. Now was not the time to fight. There were still several powerful forces outside of Yutian. The two groups were vigilant as they moved away from each other towards their main camp. On the way back, Lu Wenwu called the Intel tribe elder and chided him in public. Where did Chang Shan Yin's wolves come from? Investigate it clearly. Yes, young master. I will definitely make up for my mistake. Tribe elder left with a forehead full of sweat. Brother, don't worry. Regardless of how many wolves he has, I can directly attack and kill that Chang Shan Yin. Mo Shi Kuang consoled him with a fearless tone. But Liu Wenwu was deep in thoughts. Against an enslavement path master, one would definitely choose the beheading leader tactic. But now that Chang Shan Yin has gone to Hai Lu Lan, when they meet in battle again, Hai Tribe would definitely keep him protected. By then, it would be extremely difficult to kill him. But he could not ignore the concern of his sworn brother. Liu Wenwu smiled lightly, patting Mo Shi Kuang's shoulder. He, third brother. You are an unparalleled warrior that can easily take the enemy's head. Of course, I trust you. Big brother, you forgot about second brother. As long as he comes out of his closed cultivation, us three brothers would be able to work together. What's there to fear in the entire northern plains? Mo Shi Kuang laughed. Second brother. Liu Wenwu's eyes shone, the pressure lifting in his heart. That's right, when second brother comes out, Chang Shan Yin is not our match when we work together. But now, we should not bother with He tribe. This is a troublesome tribe. We should take down the west area and gather our strength and strengthen ourselves. Just do what you want, brother. I will follow behind you. At the same time, at another group, Hai Lu Lan laughed loudly. Ha ha ha, after today, Yutian Heroes Assembly's news will spread. All the forces around here will feel a great headache. Brother Shan Yin, your wolf army will definitely make them suspicious and scared. Fang Yuan had great strength. He Lu Lan had paid attention to him long ago. Now that he joined him willingly, this high tribe leader definitely had to build a relationship with him. Not only did he treat Chang Shan Yin as an equal, when they talked, he even started calling him brother. Fang Yuan heard He Lu Lan's words and knew this was a secretive inquisition. Thus he laughed plainly. To speak the truth, I did not expect such gains. Back then at Onion Valley, I left some wolves behind to think that after these years they would expand to this extent. Ji Guang beside him also said, That's right, when Lord Supreme Elder came out of Onion Valley, the endless number of wolves stunned us all. The truth was, after Fang Yuan went into Onion Valley alone, he opened the Stargate and connected it to Hu Immortal Blessed Land, bringing out most of the wolves inside. When he led the wolf group back to G Tribe, almost everyone was speechless. This way, the entire G Tribe was his witness. At the same time, he covered up his tracks on Onion Valley. Right now, the evidences were solid as a mountain. Brother Shan Yin's luck is truly admirable. Letting the wolf groups develop on their own is a helpless measure. One rarely gained anything. Brother managed to get some gains. You truly are a fated individual. Even heaven wants you to come out of seclusion once more. To speak the truth, after you disappeared, the entire northern plain went silent. Heaven did not want to see this. It did not want a grand character like Brother to end up being secluded in the mountains. Heilu Lan's words were all flattery. It sounded like the entire northern plains only had Chang Shan Yin. But Fang Yuan gave a mild smile, purposely laughing arrogantly. This time I want to exact revenge, but I also want to spar with Ma Zun, Yang Po Ying, and Yang Bao Ya. Finally, I want to make use of Imperial Court, Blessed Land, and improve my cultivation further. Saying so, he acted as if the entire Imperial Court was his own. Hearing such arrogant words, even Water Demon Hao Ji Liu bit his tongue. Good. This is the aspiration of a true Northern Plains man. Heilu Lan praised, giving a thumbs up to Fang Yuan, taking out a goo worm as he handed it to him. Good goo belongs to heroes. Since Brother Shan Yin came to me, that is my honor. This rank 5 goo is our meeting gift. Please accept it. Fang Yuan took a look. This was a turtle jade wolf skin goo. It had great defense. Fang Yuan had heard of this goo's recipe back in his previous life. The rank 5 turtle jade wolf skin goo was made using a living turtleback wolf emperor. If there really was a turtleback wolf emperor, Fang Yuan would rather it be part of his force than sacrifice it and turn it into a goo. Although Fang Yuan could use Treasure Yellow Heaven to get rank 5 goo as well, this turtle jade wolf skin goo suited his enslavement path. It would take him a lot of time, effort, and most importantly, immortal essence stones to get such a goo. After all, Fang Yuan only had 2 immortal essence stones left. Now that this goo was given to him for free, that would be the best. All right then, I will happily receive it, Fang Yuan said as he really grabbed this goo without hesitation. Chapter 500, Trapped Inside and Outside, Slashing Thorns and Vines. 12 days later, in the secret room, Fang Yuan was seated above a cushion with both eyes closed. His whole body was tense, and his mind was in placid tranquility. His attention was solely focused on the turtle jade wolfskin goo that was within his aperture. Currently, the goo floated atop his primeval sea within his first aperture. Primeval essence was continuously poured onto it, which caused the goo to emit a jade-colored light. The light radiated from his aperture and illuminated Fang Yuan's entire body. Gradually, the rays of light dimmed. The entire turtle jade wolf skin goo dissipated into tiny fluorescent particles, thoroughly destroyed. Fang Yuan was already mentally prepared. Turtle jade wolf skin goo needed to be consumed and would leave imprints on the goo master's body, similar to the bronze skin goo and iron bone goo. These past few days I've been in constant seclusion. My body has finally been refined to turtle jade wolf skin. Fang Yuan slowly opened his eyes and pulled back the cuffs of his sleeves to examine the skin on his arms. His skin still retained the natural color of flesh, but when Fang Yuan took out a dagger and ruthlessly slashed at his arm, immediately the effects of the turtle jade wolfskin goo activated. When the dagger made contact with his skin, the skin immediately turned to a jaddish green, while the faint lines of turtle shells pulsated outwards. Cutting the skin was similar to a collision with iron, or possibly jade, but the skin still retained a degree of flexibility. Fang Yuan gave a satisfied nod. The turtle jade wolf skin goo is rank 5. Its defensive power is truly remarkable. Most importantly, it does not require active use. As long as one is attacked, the defensive properties would activate. It is extremely practical as no primeval essence is expended in the process. It wasn't difficult for a goo immortal to acquire rank 5 goo. though for mortal Gu masters they were quite rare. For a large number of rank 5 Gu masters, they only possess one rank 5 Gu. Some do not even possess rank 5 Gu, but instead resorted to rank 4 Gu as substitute. Upon meeting Fang Yuan, He Lulan immediately used Turtle Jade Wolf Skin Gu to entice him, which in the eyes of bystanders was a huge investment. In the eyes of Fang Yuan, a rank 5 Gu wasn't much, but it allowed him to sense the sincerity from He Lulan. Turtle Jade Wolf Skin's modification is done. The next step is to improve my strength. Fang Yuan sat still upon his cushion, seizing the most of every minute, diligently improving his strength. He sent out a strength of 10 Jun Gu. This Gu was like an iron weight. After being infused with primeval essence, it suspended itself above Fang Yuan's head, and afterwards blossomed with a glorifying radiance, covering his entire body while engraving a particular strength path Dao mark onto his body. As time passed, the strength of Fang Yuan slowly and steadily grew. For quite some time, he cultivated his strength non-stop. He had already used up the 5 strength of 10 Jun Gu he purchased earlier. Now he would have to use He Tribe's inventory to acquire more strength of 10 Jun Gu. By now, Fang Yuan's body contained the strength of 60 Jun, stored in the very depths of his body. 10 Jun was the strength of 300 Jin. 60 Jun was equal to 1,800 Jin of strength. On Earth, Green Dragon Crescent Blade 1 weighed merely 82 Jin. I have already refined this body with Turtle Jade Wolf Skin. Thus, it can hold about 100 Jun of strength. 100 Jun of strength or more would be within the range of rank 5 realm. Jin Strength Gu and Jun Strength Gu's recipes were the invention of a rank 7 Gu immortal. Compared to traditional Beast Strength Gu, they were easier to refine, while simultaneously costing less, and thus were widespread in the north. Fang Yuan abandoned his beast Phantom Gu and picked up the Jun Strength Gu, not only to keep up with current developments, but also to make his path more convenient, allowing him to disguise his own identity. However, Jun Strength Gu could not solve the fundamental problem of strength path. Fang Yuan had 60 Jun of strength within him, but in practice could only exert a small portion of it. To solve the problem, he would have to rely on all-out effort Gu. All-out effort Gu could allow a Gu master to make use of their whole body's strength, allowing them complete liberty to exert strength. It was truly the core Gu of strength path. Therefore, Fang Yuan decided it would be his second aperture's vital Gu. But this all-out effort Gu was a mere rank 3 Gu, and being in a foreign land resulted in it being suppressed to rank 2. Fang Yuan had the recipe for rank 4 all-out effort Gu. Thus, so long as he is in northern plains when he refines the Gu to rank 4, it will not be affected by the suppression. But it would be hard to continue accumulating. Turtle Jade Wolf Skin helps in bearing the weight of my strength, but does not benefit enslavement path. Although I have 2 apertures, I merely have 1 body. In this world, there were few things that could satisfy all of one's needs. While advancing strength path, he could not simultaneously advance enslavement path. If he wanted to advance enslavement path, Fang Yuan should not have employed Turtle Jade Wolf Skin Gu, but rather a different rank 5 Gu known as Wolf Totem Gu. This Gu could be used to store wolf packs. They would be stored in his skin, and for every wild wolf he keeps, a wolf tattoo would also form on Fang Yuan's skin. Many enslavement path Gu masters would choose their corresponding totem Gu and keep their elite troops in their own bodies. In critical moments, Gu masters would reveal the power of their elites, summoning them and making them fight. Like before, Fang Yuan used rank 4 Impermanence Bone Gu, which allowed him to further strengthen his soul. But Impermanence Bone Gu did not benefit strength path. Fang Yuan may be a Gu master of both the strength and enslavement path, but it was not simple. It was easy to cause a disaster for both paths. Fang Yuan's problems were far from just this. Spring-Autumn Cicada was gradually recovering, once again putting him under the pressure of death. His frequent entering and exiting of Hu Immortal Blessed Land caused his supply of Starlight Firefly Gu to dwindle. Immortal Crane sects great desire towards Hu Immortal Blessed Land, the mysterious force's attention due to the fixed immortal travel, Gu. The problem of recovering fixed immortal travel and Gruul Mud, Immortal Gu, Who Immortal Blessed Land's earthly calamity, the crisis concerning the death of Dang Hun Mountain and constantly pretending to be Chang Shan Yin, and the mental pressure of making sure I do not show any weakness or flaws. His situation was terrible. It could even be said that he was beset on all sides. But because of the crisis, I can look forward to the moment when I cut through the thistles and thorns and break free of worries. Fang Yuan let out a cold laugh, organizing his state of mind, and left his secret room. Outside the secret room stood 2 rank 3 Gu masters, standing like guardians. The Wolf King's identity was the main reason for this situation. After arriving at He tribe camp, they immediately decided to strictly protect him. "Greetings, Lord Wolf King." When the 2 Gu masters saw Fang Yuan come out, they immediately saluted and reported to him. Lord He Lu Lan invited the other lords to attend the banquet to conduct important business. After returning to Hai tribe's compound, He Lu Lan one large feast for almost 3 days and spent 5 days at a smaller feast. Several invitations were sent to Fang Yuan, but he was busy cultivating. Every sent invitation was completely rejected by him. Fang Yuan was in a race against time to increase his strength, which was also in accordance with Chang Shan Yin's hot and lofty disposition. Though this time, the banquet was extraordinary. There are important matters to discuss. Fang Yuan's footsteps halted, and he changed his usual attitude towards banquets. "Let's go." The secret room was built underground. Fang Yuan exited his secret room and arrived above the ground. The curtain of night already enveloped the sky, stars scattered about. Rushing to the banquet as he had expected, it was the matter of the blood oath. These days, the banquet did not have He Lu Lan's usual decadence. Rather, it focused on talks between leaders negotiating the contracts of an alliance. This heroes' assembly was only the preliminary stage to establishing the genuine union, which would unite the forces of all parties into one alliance. The contract of the alliance already agreed on various things, and the leaders were now working on their individual tribes' interests. Fang Yuan looked at the contents and saw no issues, so along with everyone else, he used the Poison Vow Gu. Poison Vow Gu had the power to restriction, and was also the foundation of building mutual trust. But Fang Yuan was the exception. He possessed eating one's words Gu. In 200 years, this Gu would be developed by a Western desert chief. When he was in Shang Clan City, he used it to break his poison vow with Bai Ning Bing. And now that he could link with Treasure Yellow Heaven, if he wanted to remove the poison vow, he would merely have to refine it again. The main tent was brightly lit, with each tribe having their own seat. He Lu Lan held the central seat, and the first to his left was Fang Yuan, with Ge Guang standing behind him. It was difficult for the young tribe leader to hide his happy expression. Holding second seat in the alliance was a result of clinging to Fang Yuan. Their benefits surpassed that of any ordinary medium-sized tribe. Sitting after Fang Yuan were the leaders of the large tribes, Wang tribe, Fang tribe, and Yi tribe. While down the line were the leaders of the medium-sized tribes, and finally the small-scale tribe leaders, as well as the rank 4 demonic path experts. Now, the alliance began its preliminary aggregation. Before they were merely like loose sand. Ha ha ha, now everyone is family. According to conventional tradition, after having established our alliance, we need to hold a large feast. But these traditions and conventions are total bullshit. I've already thought of something better. Rather than annexing those weaker powers, we should instead collect wild wolves. He Lu Lan began his speech. Soon, all eyes concentrated on Fang Yuan's face. Fang Yuan's complexion was indifferent. His eyes darted across the room. Within his heart, he understood that by joining in, he had already altered history. He vaguely remembered 500 years ago in his previous life, after He Lu Lan's alliance was formed. He immediately assaulted the east, launching a bloody war with the Dong Fang tribe. But this is good. Although He Lu Lan prevailed over Dong Fang tribe, he suffered huge losses in the process. He Lu Lan is obviously taking consideration of my Night Wolf Emperor, which was expected. With the Night Wolf Emperor, he could incorporate myriad beast groups into his army. The expansion of the wolf group will be a great thing for me. Fang Yuan thought about it for a moment and gave everyone a nod. Since this is the case, I will do my part. No one in the camp gave an objection. The larger the number of wolves, the more they would benefit, while suffering fewer casualties. preserving the strength of their tribes as much as possible. He Lulan was relying heavily on Chang Shan Yin. Everyone understood and agreed. It would be a shame to have such a great master of the enslavement path and not put him to use. As for the sharp rise in strength of the Wolf King, they did not have to be too concerned. They were not aware of the Eating One's words, Gu, and had complete trust in the poison vow Gu. Since the covenant had already been formed, they did not have to worry that the Wolf King would take advantage of their interests. Soon after their discussion, the entire He tribe alliance began to work actively. Gu masters from tribes both large and small dedicated themselves to expanding Fang Yuan's wolf pack.